Absolutely cracking. What a fantastic sky just to look at, let alone the water. Absolutely brilliant. And there we are, I'm fishing. Got a fish because I've got no videos, none at all. And this has been a hectic fly down there. And we're at East Halton. We're going to do a spot of saltwater fishing, sea fishing, whatever you want to call it. Still can't hear out of me here, but we'll save that for later. But yeah, shan't say too much. Don't want to turn people off. Look at this, absolutely brilliant, isn't it? And that's about as excited as I'm gonna get. Cut for the intro, Tom. Cut for the intro. Absolutely, I can't get over this sky. We've got the fields behind, but this sky is to die for. What an absolutely beautiful afternoon. Look at that. There is a lot of flies. Look at the flies up above my van. But the water is over there. So we've got what, 10, 20, 25 metres. So what we're gonna do, I've got my rods out, brought the cobras today, and I'll tell you for why. I've got a longer reach with them, so I don't want to necessarily climb over the side. I've got my ladders, got the pen spin fishers with a 66-pound line straight through. Ladders are here, so I've got access over the side because I might need to go get some water. But it's dinner time. There you go. That'll please Andrew. I don't know if that's in shot. I can't see. Let's lower it down a bit and I might be able to see. Yes, in shot. So, what have we got? Well, we went shopping last night. I'll talk about that in a bit. And we have got, she's given me all four, the bloody idiot. Jesus wept. What'd you give me all four for? Once you put them in a bag, now I've got to try and get in this. Look, how am I supposed to get in this? Look, it's just peeling off, innit? God's sake. Well done, pet. I don't know. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll use a pen. I'll use a pen. We'll put a bit of oil in there. What I need to do though is I need to get a fork out because I've forgotten. That's enough oil. So bear with me for a minute. Hang on, I'll just shut you down. We are back. We are filming. I have got a fork because I forgot. I wouldn't have done this. See, now if I was rushing about, I'll tell you that for nothing. But if I was cooking the old doing my thing, I'd have done it just like the wife, because she's done it spot on perfect, hasn't she? She's a good old girl. At least I ain't got a knot in me bag, because you know these ladies, they're a bit of a bugger for tying tight knots in bags, aren't they? That's it, that's 10 subscribers lost. He's not grateful. What's this in there she's giving me? Oh, I got gherkins. Oh, she's at the top of the tree again now. Let's get this on. Oh, hang on. Have I got a light? Yeah, sugar. If I ain't got a lighter. Oh, thank God for that. I never thought. Great. Oh, it's all coming together like a well-oiled spring. I'll tell you what I've got as well. I've got in my food bag of many things, salt and pepper. Coffee. Coffee. Salt and pepper. We always have a food bag in the van, so wherever we are, there's posh pot noodles in there, and tins of food like spaghetti bolognese, and yeah, spaghetti bolognese and ravioli, sausages and beans, all for in case you're caught out in an emergency. Now, I don't know how much cheese my wife thinks I'm going to eat, but I think that might just be a bit too much since I've only got 2 burgers to eat. See, them other 2 burgers, they should have been in the fridge at home, because I can't eat 4. Tomatoes are nice. I've got no fancy bread rolls. I was going to get brioche, but these Warburton ones are slightly bigger. I like a bit of pepper. Brilliant. This is what it's all about. Bit of fishing. Hopefully we'll catch. Little tiny codling, that's all I'm after. Flounder would be nice. Let's shut that over. The van went up there. I've had motorbikes go past, but he's now coming back. I thought he was setting up to fish. Clearly he's not. This is how you do it, Keith. That's how you do it. And we've got sauces. We've got a bit of Parliament sauce and a bit of Frenchy. So I'll bring you back when these get turned over and get there and cooked and plate it up and show you. But I'm going to have 2 of them, and the whole reason of having it now is this water. Well, it's coming in quick. It's come in 4 meters. Anyhow, if you like these videos, they ain't all like this. Sometimes I'm ranty, moany, opinionated, everything that turns people off. But there, you can't be who you aren't, because then that would be wrong, wouldn't it? So, if you like it, click the old subscribe button, drop us a comment, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up, and it helps my channel out. I'm still not seen by many people. I've had 2 subscribers who have just found my channel. So yeah, if you like it, do it. If you don't, thank you for the view. I'm gonna do these. Let these turn down a touch. Got to be careful though, there's very little wind. We don't want it going out. Anyhow, I'll bring you back when that burger, I like it when it's a bit crispy on the outside, and it's going to be moist and succulent in the middle, because I know how to cook a burger. See you in a bit. Look at him, that one looks angry, doesn't it? Oh, it do look angry. Let's hope that disappear. There we go. That is nearly ready. I've put some mustard on my bread roll, like this. Spread it around a bit. Share it to everywhere corner. Not that there's a corner on a round roll, is there? I suppose I'll get a comment about that. I think that's cooked. So we'll put that in there. I didn't melt the cheese. I find it too much hard work. A bit of fluff on that. Turn that off. Oh, the wife has done me. I should have put some of these onions on the bottom, shouldn't I? I'm going to put some onions on the bottom because I've cooked them and I love onion. Let's get that on there, like so. Catch your old fingers. I've got mustard on, haven't we? So we'll just put a bit of brown on. We'll put it on there, and then we'll spread that about as well, like that. Because Matt, he was brought up on brown sauce sandwiches. So this is all for you, Matt. This brown sauce, cast us fishing. Does that bring back memories, Matt? Let me take you around here. Look at that. There you have it. Look at that. Burger, burger, burger. So we're going to eat that. Juices are dripping out. This is number one. I'm going to have another one. And I forgot my gherkins. So I'm going to put a couple of gherkins on. Eat this, bring you back, and show you the water again. Because it's not be long. Everything's set up. All I need to do is bait up. See you in a bit. Yum, yum. Yep, so we've got the oxygen Vercellis. Well, they're Vercellis, but the brand is Oxygen, Cobra KWs. We've got them penned up with the, excuse the pun, with the pen spin fishers with 66-pound Trabuca line on. Rigged all up, fishing off a breakaway gym tripod. You can't buy them. You can buy them if you go to the shop. They won't post them. Work that out. And we've got 2 up flappers. Look at this, I'm showing you my rigs for once. With offset size 1 hooks, 6-ounce weights. One of them's a 7. Can't fib to you, it is what it is. And we have got on the go again another cook. We've got the bread bun mustarded up, got the burgers and the onions. This is burger number 2. I don't want 3 because I think I'll be a pig. I think the time I've had this second one and it's gone down and I've digested it, I think I'll be full. We don't want to eat that quick, but you can eat quicker than what your belly feels full, because that's not good for you. What do you reckon to that, Andrew, eh? This is all for you, mate, all for you. Can you hear that? Sizzle, sizzle. Chicken dinner. Put a bit of pepper on it. I do like my pepper. pepper on the onions. Got to be careful because it can burn. But yeah, I'll bring you that back when I put it back together. We do a whole video on cooking and eating burgers, do we? But I'm the only one down there. The 3 motorcyclists that were doing wheelies all the way down there, they've gone. The bloke in the white van who was at the end with his kids, I think, I thought he was fishing. But he's not fishing. The water, I was going to fish right down at the chimney. The water's in now. But that's all right if you can jump over the side and fish. But I'm here because I'm a hip. I'm here. One, I've got no videos. So if I didn't film this today, there would have been no video for Sunday. So for Wednesday, sorry, at 7 PM. Always 7 PM. I wouldn't have had a video. So I'm here. I wanted to come out and fish. I've got more news to tell you. But yeah, so I decided a couple of weeks ago, I thought I want to come fish because we're at East Halton. I'm in Bay 59. I was going to fish down the chimney, like I said, but it's a bit too much clambering about if anything go wrong. So here, it's water, mud, cedar fence. So I should be all right. I'm going to let it come in, touch cedar fence, come up a few inches before I cast out. What we're hoping for, small codling. That's what I want. It's spring now. I need that spring codling. Probably get it off the beaches, but I want to see if I can get it. They're coming out at Immingham, but I don't know whether you can get on at Immingham because of the with a couple of codling coming out. I didn't know if it'd be busy, and I was late getting there. I got here 4 hours. Well, I think I left my house 4 hours before. I can't remember. What's the time? God's sake. Bloody wristwatch has turned round. 5:45. Yeah, I probably got here 3.5 hours before high tide, so. The flies ain't too bad really, they're buzzing around. But I don't think they're biting flies. They ain't bit me yet anyhow, not that I know. Probably wake up in the morning looking like the Elephant Man. I was going to say Nicola Sturgeon, but that wouldn't be too good, would it? I'd rather wake up looking like the Elephant Man. Oh dear. Take it for what it means. It's just a joke, but I'm in England. Just don't retweet it. Anyhow, I'm ready to go. We're cooking the burger. It's a lovely afternoon. I love it at East Halton when the sun's shining. I've got all this over here, look. All this greenery. It's absolutely fantastic. But this is our direction of looking. Look at them clouds. That's angry. That's that big angry one. And this is where we're fishing. So keep watching. Drop us a comment. Let's see what we catch. Let's hope we catch something. Was it a blank the last one? I think it was, wasn't it? We'll see you in a bit. Right, let's get this plated up because I think that's overcooked. So we'll put some onions on here. Matter of fact, what we'll do is we'll get that cheese on that burger, shall we? Get some onions on that burger bun at the bottom, because otherwise it all falls over everywhere. I'm not anally retentive, but I do like to not have it all falling everywhere because I don't like being messy. Right, gherkins. Oh, look at that! Bit of pepper. Bit of pepper on that. Bit of brown sauce, Matt. Don't go hungry, do we? Now, why don't McDonald's take the time like this, getting it just right, instead of just doing it for the pictures? And we've got a few onions left. One plated up burger. Bit slippery on them gherkins, I'll tell you. There you go. Look at that. Got my kitchen roll. I'm gonna eat this. Yeah. Well, there goes the sun. I thought it was bloody summertime, didn't I? Hey? But I've now had to put my hoodie on. I've put my boots on, look. Got my hoodie on, and I'm even thinking of getting my neck thing out, because it's turned, as soon as that sun's gone down, it's gone cold. It's right what my mum used to say. Just because the sun's out, don't mean you don't put that vest on, Vernon. Trouble is, I don't wear vests anymore because they're not cool. As if they ever were. But yeah, what a cracking sunset, eh? Right, let's get one of these chucked out. Oh, need my glove. Need a glove. Got my pansy. That'll do for the first cast. Well, that's whipped round a lot. Well, I haven't whipped round that much. I thought it'd whip round further than it has. The sun's just going down, look. Let me just show you that. Just literally gone down as I picked the camera up above the tree. But yeah, what a sight. Anyhow, I got the first one out. Up here. Line is here. And it hasn't moved, so that's good. So we're framing on gas, aren't we? That's the main thing. I'll chuck the next one out in a minute. We'll see what that one does. There's quite a bit of tide run. I didn't think there would be here. So what I might have to do, I've got a 7-ounce weight on that other rod. So I shall, it's gone chilly, it's gone cold. Wife said to me, do you want a heated jacket? I went, no, don't be stupid, I'm sweating. I needs me heated jacket, I think. I've got my thermal top on, I put it on earlier and was sweating, you know, because it was hot. I was a bit hot. And then I thought, I'm in frame, innit? And then I thought to myself, get ready just in case it goes cold. But I ain't put my thermal trousers on ever. Should have put them on at home, because it's a bit hard putting them on here. But if it gets really cold, I'll have to put them on here. But I tell you now, the wife was right. I'm going to put my heated jacket on and then put this on over to see if I then need to put my red coat on. Now it's pulling from right to left quite strong. These bays at East Halton are smaller. They aren't as big as they are, or as deep either, as they are at Immingham. So everything's a little bit more crunched up. I could pull out in the road, but if a car comes down or a motorbike, you know, I don't particularly want the front end of my van out in the road. So we've got a 6.5 metre tide tonight at 8:30. Time now is 6:30. You don't get as long fishing here, do you? I will check that tide, but I know it is 8:30, so we've got 2 hours. It's a bit like the low bays at Immingham here. It seems like 2 hours before, 2 hours after. Like I say, I don't have any videos. They soon go, don't they? At one point I had 6 videos in the bank, but it was bad weather and I was busy at the house. Now the house is finished. I finished it yesterday. I worked from 10:15 till 7 o'clock last night doing that house, and the wife was helping me all day. If she hadn't helped me, I'd have been working in that house today. So I was feeling absolutely wrecked and ragged this morning. I spoke to Spolt on the phone and realised that the high tide was this one or 1 in the morning. And if I fished the 1 in the morning, which I just didn't want to get up, I want to go to bed and wake up. Got up in the morning to do the morning tide, I would have gone at my usual haunt, fished somewhere different there, but I'm a bit fed up with it, so need a change. And I haven't been to East Halton for this will probably be the 3rd year, possibly. So it's nice to come back. I prefer fishing here summertime. People say you won't catch anything, and you don't, but it's just nice on an afternoon, Sunday afternoon here in the sun, having a bite to eat and a bit of fishing, feeling the heat on your face and your back. It's lovely. Bit like it was till this sun went down. Clocks go back tonight. Clocks go forward tonight. Spring forward, full back. So we'll have an extra hour of daylight. So what is it, 6:30, 7:15, 7:45 tomorrow. Be better, wouldn't it? And then July the 21st, let's call it, might be the 22nd or the 20th, but June the 21st, that's it. First day of summer, and the nights start pulling in soon, and then it'll be winter. So we ain't got much of the nights getting lighter and lighter and lighter, and then they start pulling in, and it'll soon be winter, won't it? Daughter upset you, but it's not much more than that, is it? And I'm gonna try and fish the summer solstice this year. I want to fish, so I'm gonna try and plan something in my life. I'm still luggy in this area. It feels as though it's getting better, but I'm still half deaf out of it, so it's getting on my wick a bit. I haven't been to the hospital. I have been to the hospital. I've been 5 times, but every time I've gone in there, it's been like 10 or 12 people there, so I've just turned around and walked away. You used to go in there and there was no one in there. Now it's just bedlam. But yeah, that's global migration for you, isn't it? I think some will say it ain't, but you can only put so many people into a kitchen and it still works, can't you? Right, now that line is holding, so I might chuck the other one out, but that's going to go short. I must remember to chuck it short because I don't want to get tangled up today. I want a nice zen-like performance like in the last video. I was filling up with diesel before I come here because it was quite low. Put 80 quid in. It's ridiculous, isn't it? And as I was then about to pull away, this woman decided, because I was at this pump and there's a pump there, she decided to squeeze through. Yeah, she saw me get in the van, squeeze through into that pump there. And she went far enough forward, so I just put my horn on and left my horn on to make sure she'd stop, because she'd got her reversing lights on. And I pulled away, telling her what a fantastic human being she was, because why couldn't she have just waited? She could see I was then leaving. I thought, this is all I need, this stress. I was a bit more ragged than that out of the petrol station, thinking, well, there's a rant. But I've calmed down a bit since then. Them burgers have filled me up. But yeah, nice steady drive there. Let's get this fishing session done. Let's hopefully catch a small little codling. It's all I want for the spring codling, because that's all we've got left to catch, isn't it? I mean, last spring I went to Tunstall with Keith Cod, videos on my channel, and bang, I caught, I caught 59 centimetre cod for spring. I couldn't believe it. No, I didn't. I caught my, no, that was a summer. That was a summer cod. I'm pretty certain it was. Anyway, it's on my videos. That was the summer one for this last sessions. So I've caught summer, autumn and winter. Need the spring one now. Last year I caught spring codling at my prolific mark. But that has gone by the wayside, because fish move about, don't they? Things have changed. The bait fish in there. Probably a lot of fresh water, people say. I don't really know what it does. Perhaps it pushes the bait and the shrimps out. But yeah, we're at East Halton tonight. The chicken. Well, I was going to update you on the chicken. Well, I'll get Tom to put a picture in now. Yeah, and there you have it. You're looking at it now. The chicken has got a friend called Gizzy. My cat, I've been sniffing my cat because I lays beside him and stick my head by him and mess him about. And I've been saying to Karen, I've been saying, that cat stinks. Well, I went out there and he was sat on top of my chicken head shed. And I got him out, chucked him out. I went back in there about an hour later, and I'm thinking, where's Gizzy? And I just lift the hutch up of the chicken. Chicken's out in the garden. I lift the hutch up and he's lied in the chicken shed. That's why he stinks. Anyhow, he runs out of the hutch, runs in the garden and sits, hopefully that's the picture you're seeing, sits with a bloody chicken as though they're best of mates. I reckon he's gone underneath the chicken mesh, so I've pegged it all down now so he can't get in. I reckon for weeks through winter he's been going in the chicken hutch with the chicken sleeping. I can't believe it. You'd think my cat that cat eats wood pigeons like nobody's business. Catches them, eats them. But obviously a chicken's a bit bigger. But I would have thought he'd have had my chicken, but he hadn't. So I've split the relationship up and he's out. So now there's a fence between him and he sits there lying there with the chicken. The chicken's there and he's lied there. They're with each other. So I don't know whether to let the cat back in or think to myself it could be a disaster. So yeah, I couldn't believe it. Anyhow, the air, you know about the air. I will try and go back in the next few days. Now the house is out of the way, I shall go back and get seen again and find out what happened with the swab. If I don't, I'm going to make a nurse appointment or a doctor's appointment if I can. My doctor's appointment for my hip is on the 23rd of April. 23rd of April. I've got a bite. I'm going to wait for it. I'm going to wait because that might just be something hitting the line, or it could be the weight moving, but the line is still in the same place. and it is getting bloody chilly. Can't believe it. We're in spring now. Shouldn't be cold at night, should it? But that's enough of listening to old me. Got to try and get these angles right, because you're not gonna see me pick my rod up. Right, so there's my box. So I'm to that corner. So if I stand anywhere there, I should be in shot. That's the wider angle. Right. Yeah, I might have a flounder on that, mightn't I? Hey, we're probably caught already, hopefully. Let's get this other one chucked out. Right, well, what we've got there is we've got one out short. I've cast it to the right slightly. I'm going to have to put my heated jacket on. My back's getting cold. Legs should be all right. I can't even put my light on top of the tailgate. I might be able to point it down, but I might have to put it at the back of the van. Don't want that turning on, shining on the light camera. Well, let's hope we just catch. That's the main thing. If we catch, that's good, innit? I've had a blank. I had 2 blanks. I caught, and then I had a third blank. I've had more blanks this winter than last, I'll tell you. Right, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my heated jacket on underneath this, so I'll look really fat. Plus, I've got 2 burgers in there, but needs must. We've got to do this sort of stuff. I reckon it must be quite a ferocious tide down there, you know, at a 7 metre, I would have thought. But we have got the single line on, so any weed on it should be easy to get off. Anyhow, I'm going to get warmed up. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, well, I should have put the camera on the wall. I've just gone down there. It's not as far down as at Immingham, but it's a little bit steeper. And it was all dry and everything until I dropped my bucket in the water. And I had to stand in the Humber on the slippery bit to get my bucket. I managed to save my bucket, which I was concerned about, because I've had that bucket ages. But then my boots got wet, and getting back up, it was put the bucket up and then little steps, because my left hip don't work properly. So that was a bit edgy. I was virtually on hands and knees, but I was on my feet unsteady and my hands. So yeah, I got halfway up, and then I got to the point where I could stand up, let my hip sort itself out, and then I managed to get up, put it on the wall, and I'm here, and everything's good. But yeah, that was a bit dicey. Shit in it, absolute crap. Absolute crap. I used to be like a butcher's dog. It's come too soon, too early in life. You should have all this shite when you're in your 70s. Anyhow, I commented last time about the submarine, didn't I? And 2 people remember that submarine that used to have in the bath. It used to be about this long. Yeah, it's great. At least I weren't the only one. I do remember it. I know I aren't just thinking it. That rod hasn't gone again since I last saw it and said to you about it. But the other one is. I might reel that one in actually, because that was a ding-a-ling bite. Could have codling writ all over it, couldn't it? Let's keep watching it. I haven't got another rig baited up. I should bait another rig up because I've only got 4 hours fishing, haven't I? I can hear some geese. Could have fish on both them rods now, couldn't I? Let me get another rig baited up. Right, let's see if we've got anything on this right hand rod. Let's see if it's recording. Did I press it on? Of course I did. Right. Don't feel like there's anything on it. Now, that was a huge bite on that one. Well, if there was nothing on that one, there's nothing on the other. There's nothing on that. There's nothing. There wasn't a bite on the other one. It'll be them crabs. Be them bloody mittens. Right, it's going out short. Right, you can't see me now, but I am working hard on your behalf. Drags on. Right. Well, I'm amazed. I seriously, twice I had knocks on that, and great big knocks it was. So I've had a bite of some description. I expect it was a bite of a crab though. But there, you can only chuck it out with the bait on and see what happens, can't you? I think there's some tide running. It's only a 6.5 metre. I didn't think that was too big. It's quite shallow here as well. Like I say, it's just like the lower bays at Immingham. The river's very wide here. I'm holding bottom though, that's the main thing. I've got one out short, one out long. I've still got bait on there. I've still got a worm on both hooks and a piece of squid on the other. So I reckon something whipped the squid off, I reckon. Could have been a crab, couldn't it? Small hooks though. If it was a fish, I think it would have hooked it. Now I'm not saying that I got the willies, but I am on my own down there. I think I'll be alright though. I've got my fish priest, that's the main thing, so I'm all alright. Hopefully we'll catch a great big 20-pound cod for that, and I'll be able to bonk it on the head. As if. Mind you, I don't think I'd be able to return it over the wall. I really don't. I'm on my own, innit? I think I'd need someone to pass me it. It's absolutely rubbish when you lose your faculties, as in my hip and leg. It is a struggle. But it don't stop us going fishing, does it? We've got to try and get out, haven't we? I appreciate everyone that bears with me, because some of the marks I come at winter time is purely because of my hip. You know, I can't go to the beach winter time, too much to carry. I'd have to fish one rod. That might be what I have to do. But I come to these easier marks, but this one is becoming hard work, getting over the side. I'm gutted about that. I thought that was a fish on there. I had a who's not gonna bite. I think I said it to you, and then I was on the phone to the wife and it went again. I thought, I got a fish, I must have a fish on it. So never mind, plenty of time yet. I'll get this rig baited up with an extra worm on it. I'll get a worm, cut it in half, put it on, tip it with squid. See you in a bit. Well, I'm going to reel that closest rod in to me, and we'll see what happens. You can see the rods. You wouldn't see me get the rod, but I should reel that in. The other rod, the rod furthest away, that has had another knockdown like this. I've been told to put smaller hooks on, but my size 1 hooks, they're like a size 2 mustard match hook. So I don't think that's the problem. I could go down to a size 4, I suppose, but we'll have to wait and see. I might dig one out if I've got one in the bag. Let's get this reeled in, see what's on it. This feels heavier. This does feel heavy. It's heavy. Yeah, I've got a fish. Got 2. Look at that. Right, let's get them unhooked. Blank cover. Get them in the bucket. One flounder. Just lip hooked. Let's turn that light down. There you go, one flounder. Let's get that back. Let's get the next one undone. Because this one's lip hooked as well. Now that would have been the bite I would have seen, but another flounder. See it? Chuff with that. Lovely dark coloured flounder. Let's just check this. Can't film on. Yeah. Is it in there? Yeah. One flounder. Brilliant. Returned. Because the wall's quite shallow here, the water's come in, I can return them just from up here quite easily. Coming from Norfolk, you always like to give them a little bit of a hull. Brilliant. Right, I'll get this hooked up and then I'll bring you back for a cast. But it's not a blank, I've caught 2 flounder. So I did see a bite. Is my flies done up? Yeah. Got to keep the beast behind the cage, haven't we? What I'll do is I'll get this baited up and bring you back for the cast. See you in a bit. Right. What do you reckon to that? I'm back now. What do you reckon to that? Did you see that? I hope you did. I'll talk to you about it in a minute. Bit of fun. I'm looking forward to doing it on the beaches. Now, the thing is with that, I decided to do this last year. I got all the stuff in September. Tied a small rig to hook it on, so it's at the bottom of the rig onto the weight, and never got around to doing it because the pain that I'm in and everything, and I just couldn't be asked to do it. And I was like, I'll do it next time, I'll do it next time, I'll do it next time. Well, I think it's about 2 videos, maybe 3 videos ago, a couple of weeks ago anyhow. Bloody Sweet Corn Kid, he did a cast at the end of his video and I went, God's sake, beaten to it again. Now I planned to do it in September, had it tied by August. No, yeah, in September, October it was tied, ready to do it in October, November in the dark nights. I never got around to doing it, so it's my own fault. But I saw a Sweet Corn Kid do it and I thought, bloody hell, beaten again. And it's been sat in my box for ages. The other thing I've done, I've got, this one's broken, it needs a new one. I got them on this, ready, on my weights to do it. And then I thought to myself, well, if I get a big one, I can have that and the big one on. So don't copy it. Well, you can. It's a free world, isn't it? But yeah, I saw it being done elsewhere and I thought, oh, for God's sake. Never the first. Well, I'm not the first anyway, because they've done it in Korea, haven't they? That's where I got the idea from. That bloke that casts and he whips it round and round and round and round. That's not me with my willy in my hands, but it could be. he whips it round and round and throws it out there. Absolutely fantastic. So that's where I got the idea from, and I acted on it and never did it, and then I've come up short again. And but yeah, brilliant, eh? Two flounder on one rig, so that's good. So hopefully I might get some more, you never know. There could be that little tiny codling out there, couldn't there? That's the main thing. That's what we're looking for. So like I say, it's very crowded there, but I hope that I've had the camera pointing up. I hope you got that. I hope it was in shot. Right, I'll keep watching these rods, and I'll bring you back hopefully with a little codling. See you in a bit. Right, new battery. Hopefully that one will last. Yeah, still can't get no new batteries just yet. They're not in stock. So if I can't get some new batteries by the end of summer, I'm gonna have to buy a new bloody camera. I mean, what a way to get you to upgrade your GoPro, eh? Right, let's just see what's on it. It don't feel heavy, put it that way. Nothing on that. Rig off. Rig on before it gets tangled up. Glove on. There you go. That's the out short one. I'm out of shot at the minute, but what I'm doing is, I'll give you running commentary. I am taking the slack up. So there you go, there you have it. I don't really know what to talk about for once. I've just put to Brett, it's his birthday tomorrow. I've just wished him happy birthday. He's going carp fishing tomorrow. His favourite fishing. Just put my wool hat on. And my hood. It's better. It's a bit chilly tonight. You wouldn't have thought so. When I first turned up with the sun out, it was bloody lovely. But we need that sun to get higher in the sky and start to heat the land up. And then that way, it'll be warmer at night. But clocks go back tomorrow. Well, 1 AM tonight, which is Sunday. So at least the nights will get lighter. It was interesting to see what everyone liked about sandwiches. Some liked egg and cress, which I like egg and cress. I think everybody that put down what sandwiches they liked in the last video, I like them. You know, tomato sandwiches with salt and pepper, egg and cress sandwiches, spam. I'm not too keen on spam. I like spam with potatoes and salad and that. That's all right. So I suppose in a sandwich it'd be nice. I eat corned beef, cheese and beetroot. No end of sandwiches. It's just that the sardine and tomato paste with cucumbers in it, sliced, it just took me back to my well, I bit into it. I had them in the house when I was working on that house, and I bit into it, and it just took me back to a school trip when my mum was there, when she bought me McCann Tab. What drink would you like? And I couldn't say quick enough, can of Tab please. But yeah, it's weird how things take you back, isn't it? Back to the old days. I used to fish on Galston Pier as a child. I was at big school, but me and all my mates, we used to go out. My mum used to make me mince and carrots and potatoes and put it in a flask, and it was just an ordinary flask. You used to have to shake it out, and everyone else would have sandwiches, and I'd pull out this stew in a cup with a spoon. Absolutely fantastic. But unknown to us, my mum was in a car, my dad's car. They were in the car park, which is on Galston Pier, watching us from afar. Well, they must have seen us getting up to all sorts, because we were climbing on the roof of the shelter, we were climbing on the rails, walking along the wooden rail that was there, going to get chips. We had a right time. Well, apart from them 2 flounders, I haven't had anything yet. The time now is 25 to 9. Sorry, 20 to 9. So it's definitely high water. So we'll have that slack period now, and then it will start going out. I'll probably fish about an hour and a half at going down, and then before the water starts getting low into the mud, you know, and start seeing the mud, I'll pack up, because I do not want to get hooked up and have to climb over, because it's all wet down there now and slippery, and I'm not physically fit to do that. But it's nice. It's been a great afternoon, lovely in the sunshine. Had a cook up. It's just nice being out as well. I had to come out today, or it would be tomorrow morning. And tomorrow night, I could have gone tomorrow night, Sunday night, but it's 10:30 the high tide, and it's getting less. It's 6.3, I think. 6.1, one or the other. And it's just getting hard work then. And it's late, too late. And yeah, that line is moving on that rod, isn't it? It is. See if I can take some of that slack up. Well, I might be buying another fishing reel. Shock horror, you might think. But it's another live liner, and it is the Penn Spinfisher 6 again, because I've got all the Spinfisher 6. I know the 7s are out. Probably should buy a 7, but you can't beat the price. And they've got a 2500, which I would like for fishing with a lighter rod, for bass fishing, mackerel feathers, what else, mullet. And I'll probably get another spool for it, so I can have like £10 line on it, £15 line on it, and some heavier line. And I shall team it up with my sniper rod, probably, because one, it'll be lighter, smaller, it'll just be easier to carry, and I need it. So I think they're selling at the minute at £84, which is an absolute bargain. The 7, I expect it's 130, 140 quid. So you can't go wrong really, so I think I'm going to buy it. I've also been watching on YouTube a lot of watch restoration videos. It's amazing to see all the parts in a little watch, and they pull it all apart, all the cogs, they know where they all go. I'm sure they have to look back at the video, but it amazes me. They don't put them down in any order either. They just take them off and put them back in. So they're clever people. But some of these watches that don't work, it's just a case of it needs cleaning. There's dried oil on it and stuff, and I'm quite fancying having a go at it. And I've found a watch on eBay that I quite like, and it doesn't work, so it's potluck. But they do say if you want to get into it, buy yourself a watch off eBay that's cheap and have a go at it. But I quite like this watch as well, so if I can get it going, it'd be a nice watch to wear. It's nothing fancy, it's no great name. I think it's a Xeon, but yeah, I might have a go at that. But it'll mean buying a few bits and bobs, but I wouldn't buy all the gear they've got. If I've got to clean it, I'll just get some alcohol and a cotton bud and just clean it like that. Not with their cleaners that shake it about, ultrasonic cleaners. I ain't doing that. My line is going up and down on this nearest rod quite a lot. It'll be the wind. There's not a lot of wind, but there's enough. My weight that's hanging off my tripod has got a bent arm, so I need to straighten that out. Anyhow, that's enough of this. I shall bring you back when I'm on the next thing, which is reeling my... Oh, which rod was it? It's the left-hand rod is out. Been out the longest, I think. That's the furthest cast, anyhow. See you in a bit. Right, let's get this closest rod reeled in. I keep tightening it up and it goes slack. It might be that coloured light on. It might be too much for it. I don't know. We'll see. I can see it glowing. Brilliant. And turn the light on. I think there's enough light anyhow. Right, well, I hung it on there and didn't bait it up, so I'm going to bait that up now. bloody idiot, aren't I? So, see you in a minute. That was another battery gone. That was one of my new ones. That hasn't been in long. Anyhow, what I was quickly saying, because I'm going to have to monitor what I film now. I've got 2 batteries on the charge, and I've got another one in my pocket that's fully charged, so I should be alright. But yeah, people are fearful of what they can say and what they can't say, because they might get some bloody copper knock on the door saying you've just said something hateful. Well, it ain't hateful. It's about, some people say hateful stuff, other people just say the facts of what they know. It might not be correct, but it ain't far off the mark. Well, I can only speak for myself. I'm not saying I'm always correct. I just say what I feel and what I think. And that can be hateful, and people don't say it. So freedom of speech in the UK in 2024, what a load of crap. We ain't got it. We used to be able to say what we want. We can't say what we want anymore, and that's a travesty, really. So yeah, I do say stuff. I do have an opinion. I'm sure it upset people because I lose subscribers, but I still say it because that's who I am. If it's on my mind, I'll say it. But you can't say everything, can you? You do have to toe the line, and it's the wrong thing. You should be able to say, in this country that hasn't got any speech laws as far as I'm aware, you can say anything, but you can't, because they come after you. And that's a travesty, really, isn't it? It's not right. You shouldn't say stuff that's bad, but just telling the truth about how life is at the minute, or at any time in life. Should be able to do that. Anyhow, that's that. I ain't really got anything to say. I'm just enjoying being here on this riverbank fishing, and it's been a lovely afternoon, and I need to look after these batteries because GoPro haven't got any GoPro 8 batteries in stock because they're gits, and you can't use any other battery because after the GoPro 8 battery you can't even use GoPro 7 and 8. I shall check it when I get home, but I know what it'll do. No, not available. I've had a visitor, little tiny dog, come underneath the van, put the wind up me. Well, there's nothing on there. I didn't think there was. It's looking like it's just going to catch on the flood. Yeah, little tiny French bulldog cross with a pug. Lovely little dog, come run there with a red light on, and then I look round there thinking Jesus Christ, and there's a chap walking up there with 2 other dogs. But nice chap, I had a chat with him. Right. Gonna cast this way because it must be ebbing now. It's just out short. Well, I think it's ebbing. Well, that's where I cast it anyhow, so. Well, I'll get this rebaited up. Nothing on it. So up to now, we've had 2 flounder, which can't be sniffed at, especially when you're blank like me. At least it hasn't been a blank. So we're casted over there now, so it's a bit different, but the tide should be going out now. Time is, well, the tide is going out now. It's 25 to 10. So we've got about another hour and it should be down at low water. We're still at the back wall. We're still at the back wall here, but we're still at the back wall, but it is going down. So as soon as that is away from the back wall, the weed will be showing at the bottom. There's a lip at the bottom as well. I just don't want to get snagged up and have to go over, because those days are gone. Shame, but when my hip gets done eventually, like in a year and a half's time, I might get there. Right, I shall keep looking at these rods. I'm going to put the camera back in the van because it might go dead in a second and we don't want that. So see you in a bit. I better move that rig as well because them little dogs were sniffing around that. Right, I've got a bite on this nearest rod. I've been chatting to the chap with the dogs again. I had a lovely chat with him, talking about what's wrong with the country and putting it to right and pubs and stuff. But this rod on the closest to us keeps tapping away, so let's get it reeled in, see what's on it. Let's hope it's heavy. Hooked up. Whoa! Fuck me, I knew that was going to happen. Poor bloody fish. They're still alive. All my lines tangled up. It was hooked round something down there. I think it's hooked round someone else's gear. What a fucking shambles that was. Couldn't pull it, it was in the mid-air. Yeah. My weight, and it's just come out. It was obviously caught on someone's line. Fishing too long rather than packing up when you should. Right, so we've got ourselves another flounder. He's okay and breathing. So I'll get him put back. So let's just check this on. Yeah, 3 flounder. Only little, but well worth catching. Well happy with it. Look at that. Bloody lot. Look at the state of that. Oh, fucking hell. Fuck off. Oh dear. Sorry kids, don't be like me. Don't be like your Uncle Vern. Look at that crap. You see that? Because it pinged up as of a rod. That's that put away. So I knew if I'd baited that rig up I wouldn't use it. It's just as best that we didn't use that anyhow. But saw the bite. Sorry about that. God's sake. Fuck knob. We caught a third flounder, let's just say that. It's good. I'll get that untangled. I don't think there's much point chucking that again because the water's, I've got the bottom lip, so it's going to get to the point where as I'm reeling in I'm going to have to flick it up. But that was caught up. It was about 1 metre in the air, caught on some fishing line. I couldn't see it obviously because of my eyes, and then all of a sudden it came, and I'm amazed the fish was still all right, because the fish went flying up there, over there. You probably saw it, I don't know. That is not good fish care, but the fish was all right. Unhooked it, you saw it, it's back. So I'll get this untangled and bring in the last reel in. I'll better chuck this bloody bait that I've baited up on the hooks, and because the tide is left the back wall. So I'll see you in a bit. See the old harbour down there, all the harbour lights? We're in the harbour. It's port. It's Immingham Port. Right, we'll get this last rod reeled in. Yep, that's what we'll do. So we don't get any tangles. Right. Oh, I'll get it that side of me. Bob a job. Well, I don't think there's anything on there. It's amazing because I can see that light coming from like 40-50 yards out. Well, I'll tell you what, I am chuffed. I am chuffed that I caught on the at the end of the video. So I am chuffed about that. God's sake. What's so hard about getting a bit of lugworm off your line? Right, let's wipe these hands. So, that's better. Always turn the light down like that in case I get a reflection on it. So, well, it's been a good night. It's been a nice afternoon, evening, and it's now night time. We have caught 2 flounders on 1 reeling on the same rig, and second from last reeling had another little flounder. Bit of a exciting escapade with it, let's just say. It did go flying. I bet you that fish has never done that before, flying at 90 mile an hour up in the sky back over here. I've untangled my rod and my rig, put them all away. Just got these to put down, pack everything up, and I'm off. Hope you've enjoyed this video. It's at a different mark. I haven't been there for a while and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It'd be nicer if it was warmer, but that's to come later on in the year, isn't it? So yeah, what else is there to say? Not a lot to say really. I had a nice chat with the dog walker. He had 3 lovely little dogs. Kept one of them, Luna, another Luna, kept jumping in my van like the old other Luna, John's Luna. But yeah, it was nice having a chat with him, putting the world to rights anyhow. But yeah, it's been nice here. I've been fishing with the Vasellis, got on with them, they're lovely rods, got a good reach out with them, but not if you snag someone else's line. Don't know why I'm like this on this. But yeah, so anyhow, we're gonna cut it now. I hope you've enjoyed this. Next time you see me, I'll probably be on the river or the beach. I don't know where I'm gonna be, but wherever it'll be down to my hip. So I'll see you anon. Tom, cut that out. Tom, cut it out, mate, wouldn't you, please?